Martin Biron joins us again. Stuart Skinner said it. You just can't be letting in 4 goals against the Dallas Stars. But Chris Knoblauch is sticking with Skinner for Game 4 against Dallas on Wednesday night. Marty, do you agree with that decision?
I agree with the decision. This is not the same situation that it was in the second round against the Vancouver Canucks. Vancouver didn't have a lot of offense. Vancouver took about 20 shots on average per game. So your goalie, the role of the goaltender was not to lose you the game. And Stuart Skinner had lost a couple of games because of his performances. So you put in Calvin Pickard, you say, don't lose us a game, and let's get back to playing our style. But against Dallas, you need a goalie that can actually win you games, that can make the big saves. And I do believe that Stuart Skinner is that guy. Yes, it wasn't a really good performance in the last game for Stuart Skinner. The game-winning goal by Robertson wasn't great. He chased the game. But you know what? He had played 4 really good games. The last 2 against Vancouver, the first 2 against Dallas. So I'm thinking, okay, let's take a step back, but now let's take 3 steps forward by showing confidence in Stuart Skinner, knowing that he is a really good goaltender. He can steal you a game because of his ability to make big-time saves, his size, but we just got to, refine it a little bit. So I think that's the great move and the right move by Chris Knoblauch to go back to Stuart Skinner. It is not the same situation. It worked putting Calvin Pickard against Vancouver, but I don't think it would have worked against Dallas. Totally different situation.
All right, let's talk about Darnell Nurse. A lot of talk about Darnell Nurse. One thing that is consistent on Edmonton Oilers Twitter is they don't want Darnell Nurse paired with Cody Ceci. Well, in Game 3, they were paired together at various points in the hockey game, and it didn't work out for them. In fact, Darnell Nurse now minus 12 over 15 playoff games. He is also the second highest paid defenseman in the playoffs right now. Marty, what would you do with Darnell Nurse in this situation?
I have 3 options, but before we get there, we have to look at, yes, Darnell Nurse is struggling a little bit right now, and there's been some really up and downs, roller coaster moments in this season and in the playoffs for Nurse. But when you look at the goals for and goals against at 5-on-5, he's been on for 8 and 4 and 18 against, so he's a minus 10. But when you look at the expected goals at 5-on-5, it should be only minus 2. So you know what? You need a save, and you need everybody around you to be able to do better. In Game 3, I should say, he's minus 2. Both those goals were not on him. So here's the 3 things you can do for Darnell Nurse. 1, you don't change anything. You say, you know what? We're in the conference finals. We're in Game 4. We don't press the panic button. We go about our business, and we keep it going. 2 is you play him and CC with Connor McDavid. 5-on-5, Connor McDavid has been the best line, and Nurse and CC don't ever play with Connor McDavid, so maybe you got to put those 2 together. And 3, well, maybe you want to keep Evan Bouchard with Connor McDavid, so how about you put Darnell Nurse with Bouchard? Sorry, Ekholm, you're going to play with CC. But they've not played a ton together this year. Only 80 minutes of 5-on-5 play, less than a minute per game. So I think maybe you go that route. It's a little bit more desperation, but maybe you try that now that you're only in Game 4 and you're at home and you can control the matchups.
So, Marty, final question. Do you like Edmonton's chances to even this series up on Wednesday night?
Yes, I do like it because I felt like they were in control in Game 3. And unfortunately, a couple of goals that, not so great on Skinner. He's going to bounce back. And I do believe that Coach Knoblauch is going to make some adjustment on how he plays the depth of the Dallas Stars at home. I think the Edmonton Oilers are going to be fine. I think this is going to be a long series, just like the Eastern Conference Final.
Yeah, it would be nice to get nice long series on both sides of the conference docket. This is Martin Biron, our NHL analyst. Marty, appreciate you.